Patrick, do you want to go back and forth on a couple of things? You want
Sure.
want to do a laundromat?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. I'm doing well. I just missed your call.
Yeah, I saw you had a laundromat for sale in Brooklyn. I was interested in getting some information on it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What would you like to know?
So, it's listed for 369,000. Can you tell me about the age of the equipment, the lease, things like that?
Sure. The equipment is older. It's about 20 years old. Dexter dryers and Dexter washers. I have a maintenance guy that comes once a week to put the parts in. And the lease, we've been there forever. The landlord would give us a brand new 25-year lease.
So it's all month to month right now?
Right now, it's month to month.
Okay. What about so you don't own the property. Do you know if the landlord would have to raise or would give me a hard time trying to get a new lease from him?
No, you won't have any, the landlord's a family member of mine, so we would give you a brand new 25-year lease if you were
Okay.
interested.
Okay. How much money are you making a week on this?
I'm making about 6 to 7 thousand a week in
Okay.
sales.
And what about what are your utility costs? How much are you burning through?
My electric bill is about 2,500 a month. My gas bill is about 2,500 a month, and my water bill is about 5,000 a quarter.
Okay. Yeah. Are you doing wash, dry, and fold too, or just is it just a laundromat?
We do wash and fold. Wash and fold's about 20%.
Okay. And are you paying the attendant under the table, or is it showing on the books?
We give them cash and check, both.
Cash and check. Okay. What are your sales as far as the soap and supplies?
Soap sales about not big. We're doing about 2,000 a month in soap sales.
Okay.
And supplies we spend say 1,000 a month.
Is it would the seller carry something on this, or do I need to bring all cash to the table, you think?
You it would be an all cash deal for this.
Okay. And obviously with the equipment being that old, I can't finance anything through a bank. Tell me about tell me about the bottom line number. I mean, how do we show, something that I can really kind of hang my hat on in terms of paying this type of money out of pocket?
So the good thing is we have a card system.
Okay.
So you can come in, I can show you the sales. We're doing 6 to 7 thousand a week. I can prove six to you.
Okay.
But as we do due diligence, you'll see another couple of bucks come in through the wash and fold and through, the cash component that comes into the business, as I'm sure you know. And then we can really go over all the expenses. We can go through my payroll, we can go through my utility bills are there. You're not, everything is pretty much there. So, um, it's very easy to prove.
Are you hands on, or how much time are you spending in at the laundromat every week?
I'm never there.
Never.
I,
Okay.
I jump in, I'm there once a week just to pick up the cash and I'm out.
So
I
you
have a
collect the cash. You collect the cash by yourself. Is there anybody that has access to the changer?
Our manager does, and then I come in, on Friday mornings, or I switch it up once in a while just so people don't see me come in the same time, and I just grab the cash from them.
What about camera systems? Do you have any security there?
I do. That's how I watch the store. I have a full camera system that comes with the deal.
Okay. And so how did you get to this price, this 369? I'm trying to figure out, if it makes sense for me and what I'm going to do with it.
Well, let me ask you a question. How do you evaluate laundromats? How many times?
I'm looking at two times, I just, and I want to make sure that I can get my money back, within about maybe 3 years.
So yeah, I mean, I've heard from other people that I can get my money back in 4 to 5 years. I can get a 4 to 5%. Sorry. I can get 4 to 5 times my net income.
Okay. I mean, 4 to 5 times. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that, but I'm looking for a great deal. I'm not just trying to buy anything. So, I mean, what makes this laundromat special that would justify me adding some extra years to my wait time?
What makes it special is that if you do the debt service, I know you said you can't get a loan. Sorry, people are just calling me. Let me just. So I know you said you can't get a loan, but there's actually two banks, even if the equipment is that old, you could still get a loan from them. You may not be able to get the purchase price, but if you're able to get a loan from them and we're able to come to terms, this is a very healthy laundromat if you were to work it. So what's your involvement? Are you going to be there or are you going to run an absentee like myself?
No, I live in Alaska. I think I'm just gonna, hang out and get some snow cones, but I just want to make sure I can track it, appropriately.
You live in Alaska. Interesting. I mean, if you keep it the same way as me, you'll make 100 grand a year. And, that's really what it makes right now.
So you've got the banks to help me get financing on 20-year equipment. What amount of down payment do I have to bring to the table on that?
So if the equipment was newer, you can put down 40 to 50. I mean, if you put down 25 to 30%. If the equipment was older, so I'm stepping away from the conversation. So there's two banks that would finance older equipment. Eastern Funding, and I have relationships with them, Eastern Funding and Alliance. Usually when we sell laundromats, the buyers put down 30, 35%. If the equipment's that much older, they would have to put down 50 to 60%. And the reason why these banks finance is because a lot of these laundromat owners, some of them, if they don't pay, the banks have first lien on the deal, and they have so many locations, these banks, that they can just go in and they can put the new equipment in and they can own the business, and they don't care about they love owning the business. So everything in the laundromat business is financeable by a bank. That's what I love about the laundromat business. Everything can be leveraged. Now the down payment varies depending on the age of the equipment, but that's a good thing. That's good to know. I just want everyone to know that.
Cool.
So it's one of the only businesses where you can basically get a loan. It doesn't matter if your equipment's 20 years. It was weird. I never thought that too, but I sold the laundromat in Brooklyn. The equipment was like 25 years old. And the guy put down 50%, and the bank loan, these two banks, they fight with each other. They loan them 50% loan to value. So it pretty much was amazing.
And they'll look at the utilities only, right? For Eastern.
Yeah, exactly. They'll just look at the utilities and they'll say, okay, $5,000 in gas this month, $6,000 in electric. We know this laundromat's pumping, and we'll loan to it. If the utility bills are like $500, then they're not gonna, the purchase price is gonna go down. So as long as the owner is honest with what he's saying, we can definitely get a loan in the laundromat business, and we can get a point back. So
really,
so if you refer the deal to the bank, I have a special deal where they'll give us a point on the loan. So if the loan's 300,000, we would make an extra 3 grand.